It's 7:30. Good morning, I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Newcastle Council is trying to track down the current owner of the former Lampton police station site amid concerns about an asbestos risk. Vandals have destroyed a derelict garage on the site, spreading several sheets of asbestos around the property. Neighbours say the problem is exacerbated when a mowing contractor runs over the sheets, releasing potentially lethal fibres into the air. Ward 3 independent candidate Kath Elliott says a resident wrote to former Newcastle MP Tim Owen and again to current member Tim Crackenthorpe, yet nothing's been done.
And he just flicked it on to Sydney. He's also a councillor. I'm just really gobsmacked that somebody who's on council has the power to do something about it locally, who is a state MP, doesn't see that children and asbestos are a significant risk and they need to be dealt with immediately.
The New South Wales Environment Minister says a future fund could be needed to pay for the lead contamination clean-up from the former Pasminco smelter at Boolaroo. Rob Stokes has told the Herald he's waiting for expert advice on the best ways to address the issues, but says he'll take whatever actions are necessary to ensure the community is safe. Residents say they're pleased a future fund is being considered. They're holding a public meeting at Club Argenson on February 25. Although coal seam gas operations have been suspended at Gloucester, there are still concerns about threats to the water catchment in the area. Environment groups say the state government has failed to fulfil a promise made by Barry O'Farrell in the lead-up to the 2011 election not to allow CSG or coal mining in water catchment areas. Georgina Woods from the Lock the Gate Alliance says all parties at next month's election need to commit to putting this right.
We don't want this to be a political issue. It shouldn't be political. We'd like to see bipartisan support for no-go areas for mining in important water resources so that farmers can continue to feed their crops, so that major metropolitan centres have secure and safe drinking water supplies.
Hunter parents are being asked to look out for important forms in their teenagers' school bag regarding school-based vaccinations. A recent survey found 1 in 10 parents didn't know they needed to sign a consent form to have their child vaccinated, while more than a third of the 200 surveyed didn't know their teenager was eligible for the free vaccinations. Hunter Public Health physician Dr. David Durheim explains where parents can find appropriate information.
Generally, right across the Hunter New England region, community health nurses provide vaccinations in the schools, and they are also a wonderful source of accurate information about the school program and the vaccines that are administered.
It's feared the koala population will be put at further risk if a controversial Port Stephens housing development is approved tonight. The Joint Regional Planning Panel will consider the $2.5 million project at Fisherman's Bay. However, the Koala Preservation Society says a large amount of dense bushland will need to be cleared if it's approved, destroying vital habitat. And Upper Hunter residents will soon be able to do away with their earplugs, with work starting on a wall at Glen Ridding to shield against coal train noise. As part of a trial by the Australian Rail Track Corporation, the 285-metre-long wall will be situated on the southern side of the railway line along Victoria Street. Singleton Mayor John Martin says noise complaints dating back to 2004 were used to help select the wall's location.
They've been doing an investigation program for a while, and it's good. I said to them yesterday, this is good to see the rail and the coal companies involved as well, and on the front foot to help the residents where there's a lot of coal traffic.
Now with sport, Annabelle Regan.
Newcastle wheelchair athlete Kurt Fearnley has been named Australia's Sport Personality of the Year for 2014, beating out Socceroo hero Tim Cahill and cricketer Mitchell Johnson. The prestigious award was presented at the AIS Sports Performance Awards in Melbourne last night. Fearnley, who was unable to attend, said he was blown away by just to be nominated in such illustrious company. $3,088 worth of fines will be handed out to clubs by the Newcastle District Cricket Association unless outstanding first-grade match reports are completed by tomorrow. Cardiff Boolaroo and Belmont are facing the largest fines with $792 and $748 respectively. The NDCA have already issued 2 warnings since the beginning of the year. An Australian Indigenous surfing champion, Otis Carey, hopes to break the winning run of Ross Maloney in Surfest Indigenous Classic this morning at Merewether. The 9-time Indigenous Classic winner was among 4 competitors to come through with 2 wins from 2 rounds yesterday. That's sport. I'm Annabelle Regan.
To a new RFM News Time, 26 to 8.